that this man called the police on his chick because she was having an emotional episode. And when the cops get there, he got arrested. I can see it right now. I know he was like, ain't this a I'll be okay, officer.
So you know Jonathan Majors.
Who?
Jeez. Jonathan Majors, the guy that's in Ant-Man, the guy that's in Creed 3, the black guy. This guy.
Okay.
So he's an up-and-coming actor. Actually, he's doing very well.
What did he play on Ant-Man?
He was Kane.
Oh, okay. Yes. He looks bigger there. Like,
He was on the movie screen.
shush. I can like that.
So over the weekend, Jonathan Majors has gotten into a little pickle. So he got arrested this weekend. He got arrested for assault. Early reports his girlfriend had called the cops saying that he had assaulted her one night, I guess after going out. And so the cops came and picked him up. And then he was released, and then his girlfriend put out a statement saying she recanted everything that she said. But still, he is being charged because even if you are the person who was assaulted, you can't basically take back your statement. They're saying that an abuse victim cannot take back their statement because what if they really are in an abusive relationship? It's kind of confusing. I don't know how to explain it, but basically he's being charged anyway. But what it looks like is going on right now is that he actually called the cops on her. And so when he called the cops on her, he was the one that got arrested for calling the cops on her because she was out of control.
Why did he get arrested? Because he's the male.
Probably. And his girlfriend's white.
Ah.
See, so this might be the racism that y'all are talking about.
Yeah, it might be.
You think so?
I think there's a good chance.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I think in any situation, if there's a domestic dispute between a male and a female, regardless of what the color is, it's usually the male is going to end up taking the brunt, so-called, of the police assistance. And so I think honestly, it really doesn't matter what color it is. I think it's just one of those things that when the police are called, they got to take someone, and most likely they're going to take the male.
Actor Jonathan Majors facing charges after he was arrested in Chelsea over the week. Alleged assault of his girlfriend. Majors' attorney claims he's completely innocent and his name will be cleared. Here's ABC's Mona Kozarabdi with the latest.
Jonathan Majors is fighting charges in real life following his arrest over an alleged domestic dispute. Police sources telling ABC News the 33-year-old actor called 911 Saturday morning to report his concern about his girlfriend. But when officers arrived to their apartment in Manhattan, Majors' girlfriend said he physically attacked her in the cab ride home.
There's a couple different things here that are in play. One, if he attacked her in the cab ride, well, did the cab driver not see anything? So from my understanding, there are a couple witnesses that are involved in this, and the witnesses are on Jonathan Majors' side, from my understanding. Now, you could say that since he's a big movie star, that he's swaying people's opinion about things. But at the same time, I mean, what if they're actually right? I have seen women lose their cool and be out of control. I don't know if you have, but I have seen women be out of control and attack men, and men try to hold them off. But in the process of trying to hold them off, it does get physical sometimes. I mean, how often, if you're in the back of a car and somebody's beating on you, let's just say it is the woman beating on you. I mean, what do you do? I mean, you really can't retreat at that point in time.
Well, no, even I think if you restrain a woman and hold her tight enough to where she can't fight you anymore, I mean, that is so frustrating to a female. I'll tell you, I know.
Oh, so you've been in that situation?
Oh, yeah, I've been in that situation before.
See, we got one right here.
And then you feel like you're the one who's been abused because I was trying to hit you. Don't hold me down.
and look, it's got to be especially bad if you're trying to hold a white woman because white women bruise easily. This one right here, she wakes up in the morning and has bruises. Like, you can breathe on her hard and she has bruises.
I bruise easy.
And so, listen, look. If you are in an interracial relationship, you have to be very wary of how you touch a white woman.
You have have to be careful how you touch any woman.
Look, fair skin. I won't say white woman. I'll say fair skin people, women. You have to be very careful because they bruise easily. And so, listen, if you're having an altercation, jump out of the moving car. That's your best bet. But the thing is that if you are in an enclosed space like a cab and the cab is moving and someone is beating on you, what do you? I mean, let's just say that it was that. I'm not sure that what it is what it was. But if the woman was beating on him, I mean, what is his options? He can't jump out of a moving car.
He could ask for it to stop, and he can get out.
And the thing is that the only thing to his benefit at that point in time is that there is possibly an actual witness there too.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
In a criminal complaint, the 30-year-old woman alleged Majors struck her in the face, quote, with an open hand, causing substantial pain and a laceration behind her ear, and that he, quote, put his hand on her neck, causing bruising. Majors was arrested on misdemeanor assault and harassment charges before being released. The actor's lawyer is fighting those allegations, claiming Majors is, quote, completely innocent, adding that they allegedly have video footage and a witness statement they are presenting to the district attorney that will clear his name.
I can see how they went down, especially if it was in a cab. I can see how it went down. And the thing is that, from my understanding, is that there's multiple witnesses, which it seems like to me, if there's multiple witnesses, they were at a party or whatever they were. And so she started getting out of control at the party. From my understanding, she lost it because she thought another female was texting him.
Oh.
And so, but she was also drinking, from my understanding, also too. And I could be wrong on that, but from my understanding, she was drinking. So with the other witnesses, I think they're saying that they saw her, I guess, starting to get to that place before they left, which would have had to be in. And then the cab, it basically.
She probably called the cab. She probably also didn't want to leave.
I don't know.
But, yeah, I mean.
But I can see it. Look, we're in the cab. She goes to swing, and I'm like, get away from me. And I can see this, like, just mushing. I can see.
If she swung,
I can see him trying to grab her and just swing it. Look. Look, if a woman is swinging at you in the back of the cab, I can see him. And then the only thing he finally gets her right there. And it's like, get away from me. And then grab. Look, I can see this. Look. If they need me in the courtroom, I'm sorry for touching you. I didn't bruise you.
I was gonna say, you better get your hands off me.
But if they need a reenactment in the courtroom, I am available. I don't know.
I do think that some people get away with some stuff too sometimes.
And that's the thing, is that it being famous, I mean, who knows? I mean, like I said, he could. I'm not saying that he's innocent.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, sounds like she's to blame also, but it sounds like this isn't the first time that they've gotten physical with each other. I mean, it just could be a bad situation. Kind of like oil and water. You know, they just
Is that an interracial?
don't mix.
Is that an interracial like thing?
No.
Oil and water? Is
No.
that-
I got a couple of cop acquaintances that I know, and one of them I remember specifically in a conversation telling me, if we come to a domestic dispute and one of you has scars, bruises, scratches, the other one's going to jail. So he made a joke, said, so y'all both want to go? Smack yourself up and y'all both be going down there. My God. So because she had the stuff on herself, the scratches, which could have been self-inflicted. I'm not saying it was, not saying it wasn't. I'm not saying he's innocent or guilty, but ain't that about a bitch?
I think we get into muddy waters now, and the unfortunate thing is that this is something that's going to be a stain, regardless of whether he gets past this, or whether this is going to be a question mark on his career.
Yeah.
It's going to be a question mark for, I don't know, years to come, and it might be a question mark for the rest of his life.
Maybe he's got some good attorneys.
But the
Instead of
thing,
looking to clean it up.
yeah, but the thing is that in some people's eyes is that I don't care how good your attorneys is. I don't care if you actually squeak clean. I don't care if you actually didn't do anything at all and it's all false allegations. That some people are always going to see you as being guilty. If the allegations are completely false and if she attacked him and then she made up because she was upset, in reality, nothing ever happens to a female that has false allegations. I think the closest thing that we've seen was the Johnny Depp Amber Heard. But and if he hadn't recorded all the stuff that he recorded,
It'd be hard to prove anything.
it would be hard. She's been believed.
Yep.
And even with that, it's like, what should happen to someone with those type of allegations as a female? I would say, for me, it's hard. It's hard to say. I would say it's because you get into, again, muddy waters, because then you start making people afraid to actually come forward to say stuff when stuff really happens, because what if they can't prove it?
I think that something should happen to her if she made it up. I mean, I think the only thing I've ever heard of is people that countersuing for defamation of character, but that's really
But she don't have any
a
money.
slap on the wrist. Right. He needs to make better choices in girlfriends, maybe.
We just have to wait and see what happens with this. But hey, I would say, man, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Look, they say it's a man's world, but to be honest with you, what was the other saying? It's a woman's court, woman's police, woman's court. Kind of seems that way.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I just always keep a bruise right in my back pocket just in case.
Look.
Just in case. I'm just
Look.
kidding.
Look, I'm glad you said that on camera. Video evidence right there. Roll the tape, Judge.